Today we're going to show you how you can create your own smart home using these Jasco Enbrighten Zigbee switches and an Amazon Echo Show, and this will all work without an extra smart home hub or an extra app on your phone.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so I'm Mark.
And I'm Valerie, and we're at my home. So as I mentioned, today we're going to talk about these Jasco Zigbee Enbrighten switches. Now this is a new line that they just put out, I think a few months ago. We saw it a preview at CES this year. And these are, they have a lot of switches in their Enbrighten line that use different protocols, but these all use Zigbee. And the reason that that's important is that you can use Zigbee devices with certain models of the Amazon Echo. So it shows here on the box all the different ones they have. So there's two versions of the Amazon Echo Plus. They made an Echo Plus first generation, second generation. The Amazon Echo Show, the one that's a second generation, and then, or second generation or newer. And then they also have the Amazon Echo Studio, which is the Amazon very fancy, very nice sounding speaker. So all of those have a Zigbee radio built into it, which means that they can communicate with all of these Zigbee products without having to have any other kind of separate hub or app on your phone. Basically, once we plug these devices in, either install them on the wall or plug them into an outlet, you can pair them up with your Echo Show or Echo Plus, and then you can start doing routines. So we're going to show you how that works.
So you're saying I don't have to have a SmartThings hub, for example?
No, you don't have to have a SmartThings hub. You can actually use them with a SmartThings hub, but you don't have to have it.
Nice, so I can do everything with the Alexa.
You can do everything with the, don't say her name.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you by name.
Anyway, you can do everything with the certain versions of the Amazon Echo. So we're going to show you that.
So what's this?
So this is the smart switch. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to unbox a few of these. I'm not going to unbox all of them, that would take forever. But this is a smart switch. This is one that you can install in your wall, and these are really nice. This one happens to be the toggle switch. Now we don't have those, but I'm going to show you what it looks like in the box. So we've got the box here, and put it over here. I'll just toss it. Okay, so we've got the directions, of course. They always do a really good job with their directions. This is nice because...
Because why? Because this is the white wire that you have to install. In other words, you have to have a neutral in the box to install it. And usually what happens is they're all bundled up in the back of the box, you know, the wall box. And by giving you this wire, you can actually hook it into there and then hook it into the switch. Believe me, it saves a lot of hassle having to find a piece of white wire.
Oh, right? That's cool.
That's cool.
Right, well, here's a white wire. And then this is a toggle switch. And what's really nice about these Jasco switches, they've really done a good job making them really easy to install. So they've got a couple of unique technologies on their Enbrighten line. And this is across the line, not just on these switches in particular. Quickfit and Simplewire.
Right, and so what's interesting is, let me show you here.
Yeah, you take it.
So on this, there's a metal plate here, right? The older generation devices used to have these metal tabs on both sides. And when the metal tabs are installed, if you have more than one switch, you couldn't put them in there unless you broke the tabs off. It was a real pain in the neck.
It's a real pain.
So what the Quickfit does is it says, hey, we don't need those tabs anymore, so now they're not there. So it makes it much easier to install. All right, and I've already installed the switch already here, the paddle version. The other thing it is this base here, the body, is supposedly 20% smaller than it used to be. So that makes it easier to putting it in the box because there's a lot of wires in the box, and so less depth, the better.
Yep.
And then the other one is the simple wire, means that if you look at it, there's a neutral, there's a traveler wire, and then there's line and load. But if you notice it says load line, because you don't have to worry about whether you put the line in the right spot or not. You can put it in either one, and the same with the load. Now, when I installed this switch, I actually took the old switch out and I labeled all the wires, so I knew which one was line and load and traveler and neutral and ground. And so it was really important to do that, because even though it says you can mix them, if you don't have to, I like to be uniform and make sure this is line and this is load.
Yeah, you're pretty careful about that.
I'm pretty careful about it. The other thing, if you can see in here, is that there's two holes in here for the ground screw. so that you can actually put the ground line into this. And then if you have to hook a second switch up in the box, instead of having to find another ground inside the box, you can go from this over to the other one. It saves you wiring space. And that's what that's all about.
Oh, neat. And so, a couple of things to remember is that if you're not comfortable with installing these kind of switches and retrofitting your house, hire an electrician. That's always a good idea. And make sure you turn off the power before you install it in the house. So this is a toggle version. So they make both the toggle version and the rocker versions. We have the rockers. The rockers also, I'm not going to unbox them, but the rocker versions also have different colors, so you can change it out to match your decor.
It's actually in there.
Oh, it's actually in there? Is it still in there?
It's still in the box. I didn't take it out because we didn't change the color.
We didn't change the color, but it does come with ivory in the box. And if you've got something else, they also sell brown and black. So if you want to make sure that it matches your home's decor. So toss that one over there.
Cool. I like the way you organize things.
Yeah, I thought you would. So, all right, so I'm going to move on over here, and I'm going to...
What's this one here?
This is the toggle switch, but it's a dimmer, so they make a dimmer version. This is the dimmer version that's a rocker switch.
So the one I installed was an on-off switch for the lights.
Right, so he installed the on-off rocker switch for the lights, and we'll show you how that works in a little bit. So I am going to open up this one. This is an outlet, and this is a really nice Zigbee smart outlet, so you can retrofit and replace your old outlet in your wall with this smart outlet. All right, so this one is a little bit fatter than the other one, not much, but
there's a lot less wires inside your outlets. So this one here, the bottom outlet is switched. In other words, when Zigbee pairs up with Alexa, ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you. Sorry. So this one here is switched, so you can actually switch it with this Echo thing.
Echo.
And Echo, okay. And then the top one is always on. So, and that's probably what you have in your house. If you have a switched outlet in your house, usually the bottom one's switched, the top one is always live.
Always on.
And then, of course, hooking up switches outlets, there's just a neutral wire and the black line wire. That's all there is to it. So it's very easy to hook up. And don't forget to hook up the ground.
Yep,
so,
that's important.
That's important. So that's the
smart outlets.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple of, these are really nice. So if you're not retrofitting, maybe you don't own your home, maybe you live in an apartment or you rent, or you just don't want to mess with the wires, they also make a line of these smart plugs. They call it a smart switch, but it's a smart switch plug that you plug in instead of replacing it. So this one is a regular switch. This is a dimmer, which is really cool because we've used a ton of these things in the past, these plug-in smart switches. And I've never seen one before that allows you to do dimming, so I think that's pretty neat. So let me open this one up. So this is kind of a big honking thing to plug in, but what's nice is it does have two controls. So it's got two plugs, one on either side.
But they both switch on or switch off together. They're not separably addressable. You can always do it once.
Oh, so if you have two lamps that you want to plug in here and control at once.
You're going to dim them both?
You're going to dim them both or turn them both on and off.
Okay.
So this is pretty neat because I've never seen a smart dimmer.
Yeah, and they also make the plug way down low. So if you put it in the top spot, if you put it in the top one, the bottom one's still okay to use. So they've done a good design in that regard, but it is really big. So anyway, it has a button, so you can turn the lights on and off from here if you want.
Oh, manual.
Manual. And by the way, this one here looks the same.
It looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Don't put these together. Get confused.
Get confused?
All right, anyway, so.
All right.
Let's move on here. And so that's it for the unboxing. This is the outdoor smart switch, and we're actually going to show you how this works in a minute. I'm not going to open it.
So you saw how we installed the rocker switch, or the toggle switch, or the paddle switch rather. Never get the name right. We installed that in our bonus room lights, which are up above us, and the on-off switch there. Actually, I put that in a three-way circuit. So this, however, is really nice. This is an outdoor module, so you can actually plug it into your outlet outside, and you let it drape down, and you let it go like this. That way the water can shed off it. And you can use this to control things outdoors, like your Christmas lights or We use it for the transformer for our garden lights and everything else. It works out really nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this with this lamp, and we're going to pair it up, and we're going to pair it up live. So what I have over here is I have a motion sensor. You're going to see how we use it later on. That's a Wise motion sensor that hooks up to Alexa or to Echo. And this one here is an Echo Dot that we use in our bonus room. So he's the one that knows what's in the bonus room. And then we have the Echo Show. Now this one here we use in our kitchen, but I brought it upstairs because this is where the chip is that knows how to talk to these things. So now I'm going to plug this in. And let's see.
Don't knock the motion sensor off.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Then everything will turn on and off. All right, so what's happening right now, I'll put that over here, is there's a light here on this here. You see the lamp goes on and off. I can turn it on that way. And then I can tell it to pair it up. Now, what I'm afraid of is that since the light went out, it means it's not ready to pair. So what you do, if you want to reset this, that's a tough cookie there. If you just hold this down, plug it in, and then let go, it'll go into pairing mode. The light will blink.
Flashing.
Yeah. So then you do, it's okay. It goes once and then goes. And then you say, Alexa, discover devices.
Starting discovery. This will take a few moments. Power on your new devices now, and if needed, put them in pairing mode.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
It does.
So now, hopefully if this takes 45 seconds, we'll kind of cut it so you don't have to wait all that time. But what it's doing right now is it's looking to see what Zigbee devices are in the house. And it should theoretically find that. Now,
I saw it blink.
Did you see it blink? Mm-hmm. So we're going to find out.
See if it works.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
I couldn't find any
Now,
smart home devices.
She
Try again.
thinks...
If you need help connecting, tap Help in the Smart Home section of the Alexa app.
Oh, okay, Alexa. Now, I've done this a bunch of times, and here's what's interesting. Let's find out if she actually did discover it. All right, so I'm over here in the app, and I'm going to look for first light, because for some reason when these pair up, it says first light, second light, third light. We have multiple things.
To you.
No, that's okay. Hi, Alexa. Now this one's listening to me. So hold on, we got to stop talking to it. All right. So let's.
I didn't understand that.
That's okay. All right. Do you guys talk to your Echoes? Because it's funny how this is.
We're not always polite.
No. Yeah. Probably not. All right. So it's supposed to find it, and I don't see it. So it didn't come up as first light. All right. So let's go down to second light. See if it found it. If not, we're going to retry it again. So it didn't show up. So we're going to try it one more time. Alexa, discover devices.
Starting discovery.
And the other thing I find is sometimes you're better off exiting the app on here and letting it do its thing. And then if that doesn't work, you can also start the pairing from the app.
Oh,
And if this doesn't work, that's what we're going to do. But hopefully it'll work.
hopefully it'll work.
So.
I couldn't find any.
All right,
smart
so
home
she still
devices.
thinks they don't have
Try
anything.
again. Or if you need help connecting,
And we'll come back
tap Help
in
the
here.
Smart
We'll go
Home section of the
devices.
Alexa app.
We'll say all devices, and we'll look to see if it's there.
We have a lot of devices.
There's a lot of oh, there it is, first light.
First light.
Yeah, it's right here.
There
So it
it
works.
is.
So
New device.
don't trust that she's going to say she found it, because most of the time she doesn't. I don't know why that is. It's been that way all the time. So anyway, first light. It says it's waiting for the Jasco product. Now what I can do is I can turn the light on and I can turn the light off, which is neat, right? I'm able to do it with that switch. Right now, first thing I want to do though is I want to rename it, because first light seems kind of silly, and we're just going to call it lamp, because it's a lamp, right? So we'll say lamp, and you'll see it says connected to the Kitchen Echo Show 2, right? So
Yeah,
Kitchen
that's
Echo
how
Show
it's
2.
connected.
And it says it's Jasco Product Smart Device. The type is switch, and it's got no color capabilities. Well, I hope not. And it's enabled. Okay, so now we have the lamp in there, right?
Yep.
So we've got a lamp.
The lamp, it's paired, and we can control it with the Alexa app.
So you can tell it to turn the light on.
Alexa, turn on lamp.
A miracle. It
Miracle.
worked.
The lamp worked.
Okay, can we turn it off?
Alexa, turn off lamp.
Ta-da!
There
Okay,
we
it's
go.
working. It's awesome.
Well, that's nice. And you notice we didn't have to install any other app on our phone first. We just use it with the Echo Show.
Yep. Now, we're going to do something different now this time. This time I'm going to make this one here silent so she doesn't do things. And we're going to turn on the Echo Dot that's in our bonus room, which is where we're at. Okay, so now that one will be listening. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to bonus room, which is a group I've set up. And if you've used Alexa now, what you can do is you can, oh, I keep saying that word, she keeps doing something.
The Echo.
The Echo. Well, if you have an Echo and you've been using this app to create routines or whatever else, you can group things within a room, right? So you can say, for example, in this particular case, the Echo that's in this room, it doesn't use that word Echo, it uses the one that starts with A. It says the bonus room Echo from July 2019 is the Echo we're using. And anything that's in this group then will be associated with that Echo, right? So I got bonus room lights, the ones up above, and I can add, so I can say edit, and I can scroll down until I find the device I want, called lamp.
Should have named it A lamp.
A lamp would have been, so there's lamp, right?
Lamp.
So I just click on the lamp, and now lamp is associated with that, right?
Okay.
Then say save. Okay. Now, what's cool is, since we're in the room, we can say,
Alexa, turn off the lights.
well, you just turn off the other lights because I've got it grouped with the bonus room lights in this one. Well, why don't we turn it on?
Alexa, turn on the lights.
And the overhead lights and this light came on, right? So because they're in the room, I don't have to say lamp, I don't have to say bonus room lights or whatever else. I just say that word for it. That's it, and that's done. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
So let's do one more thing here, is we can do routines. So the nice thing is because it's part of Alexa, we can use Alexa routines, not just with this Jasco Enbrighten's plug, right, or any of the switches. We can actually make routines with other stuff that Alexa is controlling, right? So let's take a look. I created a couple to begin with, which is Jasco demo if there's motion, right? So if you look at this routine, it says Jasco demo lamp on if motion is the name of it. And it says,
a catchy name.
It's a catchy name. I thought that was pretty catchy. I guess I could have said Jasco Enbrighten demo lamp of motion, and it's a Zigbee switch, but I didn't do that.
I don't want to say all that stuff.
Okay, good.
We
And
don't have
there's
to
no saying this is automatic.
Oh,
This happens in the
it's
background.
a
So you can name anything you want. So then what it's doing is it's saying if the living room wise motion detector, I kind of stole that from downstairs, that's why it's sitting
Why
here.
don't you move it?
I can't, if I move it, it'll do motion. I don't want that to happen
okay.
yet. And then I says, if there's motion, turn the lights on the bonus room. And hold on, we're going to add to it now. So we're going to say, add another routine. And let's see, we're going to add the lamp to it. So we go to smart home. We say, well, will it come up under lights? Let's take a look. Let's see if it comes up under lights or if it's a switch. Let's see. There's lamp. Good. So we add lamp. So now, if there's motion, okay, it will turn on both the lamp and the bonus room lights. So before we run this script here, let's turn off all the lights. So how do we turn off all the lights?
Alexa, turn off the lights.
All right, now if you want to record the lights, we can see what happens when I make motion.
Okay.
All right, you watching a light? You got it going?
I got it going.
All right, so Valerie's filming the ceiling, and I'm going to make motion. So here it is, motion. And then what should happen is this thing should turn on the lights, and there you go.
It works.
So the motion, and I'll just bring the sensor so you can see it better. So this little motion sensor from Wise was able to turn this light on and the lights up above. Both are controlled by the Jasco Zigbee switches all through.
The Amazon Echo Show.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. It's a full line. I think I like the fact that it's got both in-wall as well as plug-in devices. This is nice for the outdoors. It integrates easily with the Echo, and you can do anything you want.
It's great. They have a pretty complete line, and you know, in the past, if you really wanted to use these, you had to get a Z-Wave hub, or there's also some Wi-Fi ones you can get, but those you need to get another app. So I love the fact that you can install all these, pair them up with your compatible Amazon Echo, and you can be going right out of the box. So since these all use Zigbee, they not only work with the compatible Echo Plus devices, they also work with a whole range of Zigbee compatible hubs. And if you're not sure if your compatible hub works with it, you can go to the Jasco website and they have a whole list of compatible products that it will work with. But we just love the fact that you don't have to have a hub or an app. You can just pair it up with your Echo Show. Thanks for watching our video today. We've included more information about the products we reviewed, including links where to buy in the description box below. And while you're there, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And for more smart home stories, visit appmyhome.com. Thank you.
Thank you.